My name is Joe Smith, and I'm the head coach at Guilford College. I started wrestling at 6 years old, and my dad basically just asked me, do you want to try wrestling? And my first practice at the Catawba Wrestling Club was RASSLIM, Wrestling Club. It was a dream come true. Wrestling has more life lessons by far than any other sport that I can think of. You know, life lessons through drilling, knowing that you're not going to learn something immediately. When you learn it, you have to keep doing it and keep doing it. I think the hardest thing was transitioning into high school and being burnt out by my senior year. I did not wrestle as well as I wanted to. There's a lot of regrets. Not going to Duke was the hardest decision I had to make, especially going to UNCG just for them to dismantle the program. That hurt a lot. I kind of saw my wrestling career come to a great halt, and it bothers me. I talked to my mother today actually, and I had this saying, and she loved it. It was, the moment you want something to be easier, it becomes harder. So if you just do it, it's easy. I started coaching about 4 years ago, and I wanted to coach before that. Life didn't really necessarily allow me to, time-wise, but I just got a wild hair, and I went to my bank, and I got my credit card, my first credit card, and I went to Grimsley, and I went to the front desk, and I was like, what's the deal with the wrestling program here? And they gave me a number, and I called them, and I got the job right then and there. I got involved at Guilford College mainly because I wanted something different. I love Grimsley and I love the kids at Grimsley, but I felt like my time there was becoming stagnant and I wasn't progressing as a coach. It was very serendipitous. I just kind of called Brenda Swearingen and I asked her, what's the deal with the wrestling program there? Are you guys still looking for a coach? But before this, about months before, Coach Dimitri on the Grimsley team said, hey, Guilford's looking for a coach. Have you heard about this? I was like, intrigued.
I'm JC Livengood, and I'm the founder of Guilford College Wrestling. Guilford College Wrestling started as sort of a joke between me and my friends, but then over time I actually became genuine about wanting to start a wrestling club. So I started taking the steps to make the club happen. I met with the Interclub Council, and then I started having to make documents to explain why wrestling is Quakerly, because we're a Quaker school. But we got approved by the end of my freshman year, and then sophomore year, we actually ended up doing stuff as a club. But the problem we had was we didn't have a coach, and we didn't have a mat. So it was really hard to keep members, because if you're a wrestling club and you don't have a coach or a mat, then what are you doing? So I had to go and reach out to various different clubs in Greensboro and ask them if we could practice with them for free. And thankfully, School of Hard Knocks allowed us to do that. And we're very, very gracious for them, because honestly, I would not have done well, and none of us would have done well at ECU, which was our first match as a club, had we have not been going to practice. So then after we had our first match at ECU, we had finals, and then we had winter break. So there was like a dead halt in all of the momentum that we had going, which was really, really difficult to sort of fathom. I reached out to our group chat and I was like, hey, does anyone want to go to regionals? We're in the MAC conference, which is Mid-Atlantic Conference. So no one really responded. So I was like, okay, then we're not going to regionals. And then I got a call on a Thursday from our club advisor being like, hey, ECU's coach called and said that you qualified. Do you want to go for regionals? And I was like, I guess, like, what else am I doing on a Thursday night? I might as well start training for regionals. We got Coach Joe, I think, at least a week before, so I felt kind of bad to just kind of throw it at him. that I'm going to regionals and I'm going against Liberty and all these other big colleges, but he and my teammate Aaron were on board with helping me get there, and I'm very thankful for their help.
Okay, and she's going to her side. You've got this right here. Put it on her back, and you're trying to push. Go ahead and thread the arm to his shoulder, okay? Or down to the elbow, doesn't matter.
Brenda ended up driving me all the way to Liberty, 2 regionals, just for me to compete. My first match I won, second match I didn't win, third match I won, and then I placed second. So that meant I was going to nationals, and that was a big deal. The fact that I placed amongst girls that have been training intensely, the whole year, it really told me, like, there's potential there, Now that we have a coach and now that we have a mat, I'm definitely going to be more prepared next year for nationals. Nationals this year, I didn't do too well, but it was an awesome experience. I got to warm up with some of the best teams, club teams, and I felt like I got a really good experience out of it as a whole.
My name is Aaron Berry, and I'm the Vice President of the Guilford College Wrestling Club. I was eating lunch one day, and Brenda walked up to me and was like, "Hey, I heard you're a pretty good wrestler. I'll see you at practice tomorrow." And I showed up to practice the next day, and that's all she wrote. Going to Grimsley has enriched my experience as a GCWC wrestler by being able to wrestle more people and being able to bring that experience to Guilford College Wrestling, helping me coach better and helping me get better as a wrestler. What I want to see moving forward for the club is more people there, a lot more diversity in weights. We have some heavier people, but some lighter people would be nice. And more like team sanctioned events, whether that's wrestling or a practice at somewhere else. I think that Guilford's treatment of us is underwhelming, I would say. We get no support. We get people who will be like, "Oh, you guys are doing such amazing things," but then no one advocates for us or no one brings us up.
I want Guilford College to take us seriously. We're a program that provides a lot of opportunity for wrestlers, but not only for just wrestlers, but for the school as well. Wrestling is a huge retention tool, and I really need them to see our value, because I went to nationals on sort of a whim, and if I have the training that I had in the last few months at the beginning, I guarantee you I would have placed at nationals.
I went with high expectations, and I was a little disappointed about certain things, but I'm loving it, mainly because of this is where I'm supposed to be feeling, that vibe you get of this is kind of a calling and a way that the universe is telling you that this is what you're supposed to be doing. The future is bright for GCWC, but we all have to put the work in. It's gonna be one of the best programs here. My heart.